Wow, the cinnamon roll dough is rising. I'm gonna take some. I totally have a bunch of flour on my face. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it. I ain't above using the side-by-side with the enclosed cab, especially when it ain't above zero. I'm making chili and cinnamon rolls for supper, and using my vintage KitchenAid because they just don't make them like they used to. This thing is probably older than I am, and I'm fairly old. But I think it's kind of like my friend Meredith, whom many of you know, this farm wife. She says they don't make, what is it? Her shirts are old iron. They don't make them like they used to. I think that applies to more than just tractors. It applies to trusty KitchenAid mixers too. Wow, the cinnamon roll dough is rising. I'm gonna take some. I totally have a bunch of flour on my face. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it. Anyway, roll dough is rising. I'm taking scraps out to my chickens. There was a time when Tom and I, Mr. FFB and I were first married, and we didn't have chickens, and I always grew up with chickens. Your mom always had chickens when I was growing up. And during the time that I didn't have chickens, I really miss them because, like, what do people without chickens do with their scraps? Like their squash peelings or vegetable peelings, and like homemade pizza that you forgot you had in your fridge, and it's probably not safe to eat anymore. Like, I seriously have flour all over my face. But what do people without chickens do with that stuff? Anyway, ponderings. I mean, I guess I know the answer to that question, because when I didn't have chickens, I know what I did with my scraps. I put them in the trash, but man, it just feels better to have chickens. I'm moving a few head of cows this morning, and if you'll notice, I'm in the side-by-side. Most of the time we try to move cows with horses, but I ain't above using the side-by-side with the enclosed cab, especially when it ain't above zero. It never seems to fail. Whenever I go fill the cake truck and it's windy, it seems as though I've always freshly applied chapstick, and then the wind blows the cake dust right back in my face and it sticks to my lips. There, can you see that cake dust? Yeah. I don't know what cows find appealing about it. And kids. My daughter broke one of her crowns last spring because she tried to eat a piece of cow cake. Like, what is so appealing about cow cake? Especially if you're not a cow. I don't get it. Driving through the pasture, trying to find the calves. So far, I've only seen one. Oh, there they are. Haha, found them. Here they come to eat some cake. I totally meant to film while I was putting out cake, but I had two calves on the wrong side of the fence, and so I got focused on bringing them back and totally forgot to film. That is what's nice about having the GoPro, because it can be filming and I don't have to worry about turning it on, because I could just turn it on and leave it on. However, I haven't set up the GoPro headset thing. I just have the chest thing, so if I had that on, all I'd be filming is the steering wheel. That wouldn't be very entertaining, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. It's my first day back out on the ranch after a bout with the stomach bug, which I haven't had one of those in a really long time, because about 3 years ago I started drinking grape juice on the regular during cold and flu season, and the grape juice works great. It's only actually failed me one time prior to this, and really I hadn't had any grape juice in a few days before I contracted this stomach bug. I tried to down some right after my daughter barfed all over the bathroom, but I think I was already too far gone. So today's my first day back on the ranch after that. And also, I'm one of those people who is a really, really bad sick person, and especially when I have the stomach flu, I refuse to eat or drink anything until I'm 100% sure that I'm done puking. So yesterday I spent the day with a pretty good dehydration headache. I actually didn't feel too bad, my stomach didn't feel too bad, but my head was pounding. So if you have any good tips on how to keep off the stomach bug or stay healthy during cold and flu season, please drop them in the comments. And also, if you're not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you have any friends, family, neighbors, acquaintances, pretty much anybody you know that you think might enjoy our channel, ask them to subscribe too. We'd sure appreciate it. Girls are looking good. They think I have cake with me, but I don't have any cake with me. I gotta say, it's only 36 degrees right now, but the sun is shining, and after a couple of days of wind chills near or below 0, 36 is kind of making me sweat, and I don't even have my long johns on. I have to go inside to get water for my chickens because my hydrants are already froze, if you can believe that. Also, our old horse Nick gets to roam the lawn and eat the lawn grass. Oh, there you can see him. Nick. Oh, Nick. He's our geriatric horse. We honestly don't know his exact age, but we're guessing he's somewhere in his 30s. He could even be older than I am. That's pretty old. He's almost 40 in that case. But Nick has free range of the lawn right now because we're trying to get a little extra weight on him before it decides to get really cold, and I didn't mow like I should have towards the end of the summer, so there's a little bit of long grass in the lawn that we thought would be softer and easier for him to eat with his old man teeth.
That's fine. Well, I'm just looking at it. What was the car anything in that house? You're in. Look at mine. It's so solid.